Hi, I'm Cheryl Rowling, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Ontario, Canada. Thank you for joining me today. Don't worry about sizes or supplies for this card as they are attached to this video. If you enjoy watching this video, could you please like and share, as this helps me grow my channel? And if you could leave a comment, that would be wonderful, as I love to see where you're watching from or what you think of the card. If you aren't already subscribed, please click the subscribe button and hit notifications so you will know when I post a new video. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to help you out. My contact information is attached. This is the card we're going to be doing today. Isn't it pretty? The image is stunning. I went to an event this weekend with Stampin' Up! And this is Blessings of Home, and this is what we did with later, sweetheart, okay? We worked on different cards with this stamp set, so we were able to purchase it early. It's going to be in the JJ catalog. That is January to June catalog, and I did it in a watercolor with my watercolor pencils, and I have 2 sets of them, and I used some from both. I used the pumpkin pie and the old olive from this one, and I used the Daffodil Delight and the early Espresso. And then on this one I used the garden green and the Cajun Craze. So I started out with stamping. See, aren't they pretty? I've done them different colors and all in watercolor. Now this one I stamped in the Misty Moonlight, and it coordinates with the Misty Moonlight from here. And I ran the Misty Moonlight through Tasteful Textiles embossing folder, and it has this nice little material like pattern on it. And this is Pale Papaya and the Misty Moonlight are beautiful together. Now this is the DSP that I chose. I just find this is too busy for this because it just doesn't show my focal point. But the other side is all wood paneling. They are so nice. This is called the Heart and Home Designer Series paper. Oh my goodness. There's this one. You see, I've already used it. And the white wood on the other side. There's the green. It's garden green. And there's another wood on the other side. Isn't this pretty? It's like a tile. But there again, it's wood on the other side. I think this is so versatile, especially for the wood pattern. There's this. Look at the bumblebees. And we have a bumblebee set coming out in the new catalog, and we have dies to go with it. So, I can just see putting these, cutting them out and putting them on there, on the card. And there, it's a diagonal. Isn't that just the coolest? I love wood grain. I find it so versatile, and it goes with everything. You can do any kind of design with this because it will go with all the different cards and things that you could ever want to make. I'm putting this away to get it off my desk so that I can start showing you what I did. But anyways, there it is. Gorgeous paper. I just, like, it's beautiful on both sides, but I just love the wood grain. Just love it. So this, I've done most of it because I didn't want to sit here and color it all in while you were watching. I just thought that was a little bit long. So what I started out with is garden green, and I did along here, and then I went over it with old olive because I wanted a mixture of the two colors. Now that's the only one that I did a mixture of. And then I took my blender pen, and I always put my cap on the end so I don't lose it. And then I start coloring this in and getting the color to move. And it goes out to the end, and you don't have it bright all the way through. It kind of fades away. Now you can make it darker by going back and getting more, but you don't have to. And then you always clean it off. And for here, I put, this is pumpkin pie, and then I just went over this and colored it in. Now I did pumpkin pie on the center plus early espresso. I came along with my early espresso and did all the outlines and the darker, so that it's not really dark, but it's a little bit dark. It just has a different tone than the pumpkin pie on the petals. Now these I did with Daffodil Delight, and the centers were in Cajun Craze. And then I did Cajun Craze up here on these flowers. See, I just put the color on. I didn't do any watercolor. Now you make sure that's cleaned off because, oh, I have one more here. Make sure it's come off, and then you go here and I have brought most of this out so that it's done and it doesn't take all the time for a video to do it. I've done a lot ahead of time, but just like that. Now isn't that so pretty? And you just blend it and blend it, but you don't want to blend too much because it is liquid, and I'm just using basic white paper, and it will make it pile it like a come up. So now what we're doing is I'm taking my if I can get them out, here we are, my dimensionals, and I'm putting them all over. You only need maybe 6 of these. You don't need a lot unless you're going to, it's going to go a long ways in the mail. But most of mine don't go a long ways. You can do one in the center, so that I did 6. Then I take your pick tool, and I'm taking these backings off. That way they don't get left around for my grandkids to have to deal with, and Mommy doesn't have to deal with them, and I don't have to pick them up all over the place, because yeah, they do find a way to do that on me. Now I'm going to put this down. Trying to get it, make sure I get it on as there. Then I'm going to clear up my desk here a little bit, get these out of the way. out of the way for right now. And this. And I have, this is pale papaya ribbon. And I'm basically putting it as close in the center as possible. And I'm taking my CO Plus and putting it on. And then attaching it at the back. Like that. Now, make sure that's the right way. I am going to attach this to my card back. It's not a hard card. This is a fairly simple card, but I think it's fairly striking. The image speaks for itself. I didn't want to do too much and overpower the image. I wanted you to be able to see the image. Okay, now we're going to put this on here, and then I'm going to take the Wink Estella and I'm going to whoopsie, try to get this as close to the center as possible. And my Wink Estella, where did I put the, there it is. Now I'm going in the direction of the petals. Good for you, sweetheart. I have my granddaughter here with me today, and she's being so good and quiet. And Mama really appreciates that. So I'm doing the whole flower. I didn't do the centers. You can do the centers. That's, I might do them afterwards. I'm not sure just how this will look. Because I want the petals to stand out. So I might just do the petals and not the centers, just so that they have that a little bit extra. Oh, I missed one. Yeah, I like that. There we go. So we put that aside, and then we're going to take our pale papaya ribbon. Now this is probably about 8 inches that I will be using. If anybody wants me to show you how to do these bows on a fork, let me know and I will do it. I have several videos where I do it and walk you through it step by step. It's just a meat fork, but oh my goodness, it makes such a pretty bow. I had one of my people that buy from me, customers, say that she hated bows on stuff, on her cards. So I decided that I was still going to make bows on my cards because I love them, and I found this and I thought it made such a beautiful bow. Well, didn't she fall in love, and now she makes bows with like this all the time. There, isn't that pretty? It just is so nice. Now I'm going to put this away again so that I clear my desk, And I cut this, oh goodness, I don't even know how long it is. Let me see. It's about maybe not quite 3 inches long. Yeah, not quite 3 inches, maybe 2.5-ish long. And then I just put them on a glue dot. Yeah, I had them so nicely done, and then I forgot to tell you that, measure it so that I could tell you. And I just put this underneath. And I used my take your pick tool, and I pushed it as far under as I wanted it. Then I pushed down so that it wouldn't come out. I hope you saw that. Now this is going to try to get it where there isn't dimensional. That's the word I was missing. There. And I did 5 of these. So 5 times 2.5 is about 12.5 inches, something like that. And I personally don't want too much of this sticking out the bottom. I want it to be a small amount that's showing. Ah, there's a dimensional there, that's why. Probably if you did this before you put it on, it would be easier. But I choose to do things the hard way. And I like them skinny, not so wide, for me personally. You can do it whatever way you want. And I don't want anything around here because the bow is kind of the star of the show on that side. There. So what do you think? Now, put my lid back on so I don't poke myself. Now I'm going to do, these are the champagne rhinestones. I have some glue on the back of these. I don't know where it came from, but anyways, that's okay. Now I'm taking the biggest one and I'm putting it down here in this corner. And then I'm taking a medium one and I'm putting it up here in that corner, and then I'm taking a small one and I'm putting it below that. Oops, there we go. So what do you think? Looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Now, what I'm doing is taking my, get this out of here, taking my Misty Moonlight ink pad, and I am taking a scrap piece of paper because I'm going to stamp off. Now I'm stamping it once, twice, and then I'm going to stamp this in the center here. And it's just very light so that I can put a sentiment across it. And my envelope, I'm going to put, I'm not going to color it. You could color it if you want to. But I'm just going to put that there and call it done. Well, after, nope, that's the wrong one. This is the one I want because I have to put this inside. And when I figure out what I'm going to, the salutation or verse, whatever I choose to put on the inside, then it will go right over top of the flower, and the flower won't interfere in the look. And you can do full strength Misty Moonlight over top of it, because see, that will show over top of it. Or you could do black. But what do you think? What do you think of this new set that Stampin' Up! Has come out with? And it will be in the catalog coming out in January. I think it's so pretty. So, so pretty. So there's my 2 cards. Come January the 2nd or 4th, I can't remember now, we will be able to order, you will be able to order this. And who wants to order this? Right now, Stampin' Up! Is having a joining sale. You can join Stampin' Up!, become a demonstrator or a discount shopper for $99, and you get $165 worth of supplies, plus you get a paper pumpkin, and you get a few more perks. So if you're interested, let me know. I would glad to have you be a part of my team. Stampin' Up! Is also having a sale right now, 16th, 17th, and 18th. And it's 10% on paper, cardstock, 15% on ink pads, except for black memento and the white, and 20% on dies. And it's just stuff from the annual catalog. So if you're interested in that, I have an online store that you can go to and order from there. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here with me. I appreciate any comment you make. If you like what I'm doing, please like, subscribe to the channel, share the video with other people, because that helps me grow my channel. I so appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Bye now.